Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh.
Hello, my fellow readers. My name is Greg. This is Ghost Readers in the Sky. Today, I am here to talk about what might be a hidden gem of literature, the lesser-known poetry of Robert Louis Stevenson. You may know his Child's Garden of Verses, and I'm sure you know the novels, Kidnapped, Treasure Island, the novella A Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Master of Ballantrae, which I talked about in a recent video. But beyond the Garden of Verses, most people don't know about his poetry. And he wrote a lot. We're going to explore today a collection that he put together. He'd written all the poems, but it was published posthumously. It's called Songs of Travel. And it was finished and compiled and even named by his literary agent. This was in 1895. Stevenson died in 94. All of the poems in this collection had been completed, and he left the final compilation, the order in which they would be presented, and even the title of the publication to his literary agent. Stevenson was thinking that this might be the third volume of Underwoods. There are two volumes, one in English, one in Scots, and he thought this might be the third volume. But it was published instead as Songs of Travel, which makes a lot of sense to me. Of the many pieces collected here, one that might be a bit more well known, but hardly anyone realizes that it was written by Robert Louis Stevenson, is Sing Me a Song of a Lad That Is Gone, often known as the Sky Boat Song. It's a song about Bonnie Prince Charlie escaping from Scotland to France via the Isle of Skye. This is after the defeat of the Jacobites at Culloden in 1745, a historical period that Stevenson goes to often. And he heard this song. It was written, he heard it, and he did not think that the words really were powerful enough for Bonnie Prince Charlie and what he meant to the Jacobites and to so many Scots. And so he wrote a new set of words. These are the words that most people hear. It's what is most commonly sung today. This is Sing Me a Song of a Lad That Is Gone by Robert Louis Stevenson. Sing me a song of a lad that is gone. Say, could that lad be I? Merry of soul, he sailed on the day over the sea to Skye. Mull was astern, rum on the port, egg on the starboard bow. Glory of youth glowed in his soul. Where is that glory now? Sing me a song of a lad that is gone. Say, could that lad be I? Merry of soul, he sailed on the day over the sea to Skye. Give me again all that was there. Give me the sun that shone. Give me the eyes. Give me the soul. Give me the lad that's gone. Sing me a song of a lad that is gone. Say, can that lad be I? Merry of soul, he sailed for a day over the sea to sky. Billow and breeze, islands and seas, mountains of rain and sun, all that was good, all that was fair, all that was me is gone. It's a beautiful poem, a great homage to one of Scotland's heroes, written by Robert Louis Stevenson, first published in 1895, right after Stevenson himself passed away. Stevenson loved the Scottish Highlands. He loved the nature, the mountains and the trees, and loved the people. He loved the history. He loved the folklore. And all of those play into many of his novels and stories, and certainly into his poetry. I think one of his most beautiful poems about the natural beauty is called In the Highlands. It's not one that is heard very much. Again, these were written late in Stevenson's life. And he spent the last years of his life in Samoa. In fact, he's buried in Samoa. And so it's likely that he wrote this when he was far away from the Highlands. And he was thinking back to that time, perhaps wondering if he would return. I'll let you listen to the words and decide what you think Stevenson might have felt beyond what is just in the words of this poem. In the Highlands by Robert Louis Stevenson. In the Highlands, in the country places where the old plain men have rosy faces, and the young fair maidens quiet eyes, where essential silence chills and blesses, and forever in the hill recesses her more lovely music broods and dies. Oh, to mount again where erst I haunted, where the old red hills are bird enchanted, and the low green meadows bright with sward, and where even dies the million tinted, and the night has come, and planets glinted. Lo, the valley hollow, lamp bestarred. Oh, to dream, oh, to awake and wander there, and with delight to take and render through the trance of silence quiet breath. Lo, for there among the flowers and grasses only the mightier movement sounds and passes, only the winds and rivers, life and death. I have spent quite a bit of time this Victober reading and musing about and commenting on and reviewing the works of Robert Louis Stevenson. This set of poems, Songs of Travel, is one of those hidden gems. I did not have a copy on my shelves. I should correct that. but it is available on Project Gutenberg, and there are a number of collections of Stevenson's poetry that include maybe not the full songs of travel, but certainly many of them. And they are worth exploring. Project Gutenberg may be a great place to start because of the very low investment. And then you can pick and choose some of the poems there. And I will continue to look for hidden gems from Robert Louis Stevenson and many other writers. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, my fellow readers, my name is Greg, and this is Ghost Readers in the Sky.